Hi everyone, welcome to my first lesson on the introduction of Microsoft Word. I know everyone is familiar with this interface, so I'm going to take my time to explain everything you need to know when using Microsoft Word packages. Firstly, before I can talk about the Microsoft Word, we need to talk about word processor because without word processor, there will never be Microsoft Word. A word processor is a computer application software that is used for typing, editing, formatting, saving, and printing out our documents. The document can be in form of letters, reports, notes, our assignments, and books. So let me explain that definition before I dive into the characteristic of this word processor. When we say word processor is an application software, the difference between system software and application software. An application software, they are those software designed by computer programmers for end users to perform their own specific tasks. And this word processor is used for typing. That means you can use it to create your own document. It can be used for editing. That means you can make changes or corrections. And when we are making changes, either you add or you remove. So Microsoft Word helps us, which is a word processing package, helps us to edit. To format means to change the appearance or to beautify our document. We can also use this word processor package to save our document, to keep our document for future purpose. We can also use it to print out a document in an hard copy format, that's on paper, and the document can be in form of letters, reports, notes, and assignment. That's the explanation of that definition. Unlike our manual typewriters that correction is difficult to make, with this software, we can correct mistakes easily. We can change the font style and font size. When you say font style, I'm talking about the boldness of your text, the italic of your text, the underline of your text. That will call font style. I want to talk about the font size, talk about how big or small you want your text to be. So one of the characteristics is that it makes you can save document for future purpose, you can edit document without typing everything on like typewriter. So that's the definition and explanation of word processor. Briefly, I will talk about the origin of word processor. Origin of word processor. The term word processor was derived from number one, word. The word means text, which you know, and is also called a written information. And it's also derived from another word called process. Thank God you know what called process, meaning to work on or to handle something. That I call it to convert or to transform something. So I now join them together that word processor simply means a tools or instrument we can use to work on words so that we can change it and you understand we can work on word and text electronically. So initially word processor was done using typewriters, but with computer has been invented, because computer has been invented, so it's not becoming digital and more efficient. So we should all know that before computer, people use manual and electric typewriters. So at that moment, error were difficult to correct, and people require to type it again. You can type entire page again. But in 1970s to 1980s, that's I think fourth generation of computer, then word processing machine were now developed. These machines were very, very expensive, and they use them mostly in an office. But now that PC, which is our personal computer, has been introduced, so now word processing now becoming more common in everyone. So everyone in this one can use application like MS Word to do their work. So that will now take me to types of word processing. Sorry, I'm a bit fast. I just need to give you a summary of the word processor before I move on to the main practical. So examples of word processor, we have number one, the notepad, the wordpad, the wordstar, we have WordPerfect, we have MS Word, we have Google Document, we have LibreOffice Writer. These are word processing package that we use for typing our document, and they are very, when it comes to editing and formatting, very easy. When it comes to saving, printing, and sharing document, it's very, very easy, and it's widely used today. But I'm only going to talk about Microsoft Word. You can see that I open Microsoft Word. Why? Because it's the most popular word processing package that is currently used. That's why I'm focusing more on Microsoft Word. And to open this package, very easy. I know you can do that. Just click on start button instead of stressing ourselves by following all programs, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, depending on the version. You can just click on start button, left click on start button, then type Microsoft Word. Depending on the version you have on your system, whether it's 2003, 2010, 2020, anyone, 2007, you can still use this Microsoft Word to type your document. So now, what is MS Word? MS Word is a word processing package that is developed by Microsoft Corporation, that's Bill Gates, that is used for creating documents, editing documents, formatting documents, saving and printing out documents. So Microsoft Word is a part of Microsoft Office packages. You may be wondering what is the meaning of Microsoft Office packages. Microsoft Office packages, they are software packages that involve collection of related programs that are being grouped together, and those packages can be Microsoft Excel, which is for calculation and spreadsheets, something. Microsoft Word for typing document. Microsoft PowerPoint, that is for presentation. Microsoft Access is for database, for keeping records, and Microsoft Publisher, as the word indicated, for publication. So but our focus in this course is Microsoft Word, which is for typing document. So I will now dive into that. After you have opened your MS Word, congratulations to you. Then the next thing is to talk about the Microsoft Word interface. That is, when you open MS Word like this, at this screen you are seeing, the screen you see now is called the Microsoft Word interface. The interface is made up of different features or components or properties that perform their own specific function. But I will not waste your time, because I'm going to focus on only one feature today. So skip your mind from other features and focus on the one today, which is the title bar. Don't worry, in our next video I will teach you other features. So title bar. So in this lesson, I'm focusing on the first component, which is the title bar. Look up here, look at my mouse pointer. This is the title bar. The title bar is the topmost horizontal bar of your MS Word window. It displays the important features or information about your documents and the program you are currently using. So this is the program you currently use now. Can you see that it's displaying Microsoft Word? So I'm going to take my time to explain each of these features on the title bar. So the first one, the title bar contains, number one, the program name. I call it the package name. You can see where my mouse pointer is. This is what we call the program name or the package name. This shows the name of the application currently in use. Because I am using it now, that's why I'm seeing it. If I'm not using Microsoft Word, I will not see this. So it helps user to know which software we are working with. That is the meaning of this program name or package name. Then the next one I'm going to talk about is called the document name. The document name shows the name of the file you are currently open. That the name of the file you have already opened, you have opened. Why you are seeing document one is because I have not saved yet. So if the document has not been saved, Microsoft Word will just assign a default name like this document one that you are seeing here. Can you see now? So, and if I save with Stanley, I will see stanley.docx. That's after saving now. That docx is called the file extension. So if I ask you after this, because I'm going to give you an evaluation after this lesson, if you are not jotting down, you have to start all over the video and jot some vital information down, because I can ask you that .docx means what? It's called file extension. That is what after you have saved your document. So the next features I'm going to talk about under the title bar is called the minimize. The minimize button, it helps to reduce the Microsoft Word window. You see now, I've reduced it. Let me enlarge it back. So the moment you click on this minus, to you you can call it minus, but it indicates minimize button. Once I click on it, it will reduce the Microsoft Word window and hide it on the taskbar. You can see the taskbar here. So once I click on it, it comes back. So what is the function? It allows user just to temporarily remove Word from the screen without closing it. I just want to see the desktop area. Let me just see the desktop and work on it. I will come back to Microsoft Word. Like, okay, I'm done. I can now go back. That is the minimize button. The next one is performing two function, which is the restore and the maximize. You are not seeing maximize because I have not restore. So the restore helps to reduce the window or return the window. Let me use the word return the window to this previous size. I call it helps to make your window to be very small. Look at it now. Can you see that it's small? And when I touch it, I will not be talking about restore, rather you'll be seeing what we call maximize. And maximize is used to expand the windows to full screen. So clicking on this icon, expand it. So you see I'm saying restore to make it small, maximize to expand it. So the last one, which you know, is called the close button. This button is used to close Microsoft Word completely. And if I've not saved, because I've not saved, if I click on it, it will not close automatically. It will ask me, do you want to save the changes to document one? If I say yes, I cannot type my saving name. But because I'm still working on this tutorial video, I'm not going to save one. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to save later in our next class. So that's on the close. What is the function of the close? We use it to end any word session that we are not doing again. We use it to prompt. It prompts you to save the document that has not been saved. So that's the function of these two. I can use to close the document, and it will prompt you to save the document if you have not saved it before. So that's on the. So let me just talk about what we have learned so far. Now we have learned about the meaning of word processor. Please don't forget the definition of word processor, and we have talked about the origin and history of word processing. Then you can make research on that. We also talk about the types of word processor. We have many types, so I just drafted a bit of it. So we have talked about the meaning of Microsoft Word. We talk about Microsoft Word as part of Microsoft Office packages, and we have talked about the main topic, which is the title bar and everything that consists of title bar, which is the component of title bar. So in our next lesson or video, we will continue with another important component of Microsoft Word. So I want you to make sure you practice identifying the title bar and its function that I've explained before the next class. See you in my next class. I hope you understand this lesson. If you still have any question, or maybe I did not explain very well, feel free to send your comments and get ready for my next video. God bless you all. Amen.